Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, if you're enjoying our legal education content, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get alerts as to all of our content. It helps the channel grow. For today's case, we're dealing with Ice Cube, who is suing Robinhood. Robinhood put out some materials that used Ice Cube's image and his slogan. And Ice Cube wants to say, hey, you can't do that because you're misusing my name in publicity and for marketing, and you don't have my consent. And also, I don't like you on a fundamental level. So O'Shea Jackson, otherwise known as Ice Cube, is bringing this lawsuit against Robinhood for the misappropriation. What did Ice Cube say? What did Robinhood do? Let's find out. Let's get started with this. Okay, first let's just start with what Robinhood did. So Robinhood sends out this thing, which is a Robinhood Snacks. It's this blog or email that they send out. And they send out this thing to people. It's entitled, Why Are Stocks Falling? And we got a picture of Mr. Ice Cube, along with Dr. Cox here. And then below the image, we have the saying, correct yourself before you wreck yourself. All right, so this is an email blog that Robinhood did. Start out to say, hey, snackers, happy International Women's Day, blah, 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 whatever. So basically, long story short, we're suing over this image, and we're suing over the tagline of correct yourself before you wreck yourself. So that's what we're suing over. All right, let's read the complaint. Robinhood is an unscrupulous and predatory conglomerate that professes to be a financial services company for the everyday person. You might remember Robinhood recently from preventing people from shorting GME stock. That same Robinhood. So yeah, they're getting into trouble all over the place, but Ice Cube has some thoughts. Ice Cube would like to offer that Robinhood is really a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is the archetypal example of an amoral corporation that places profits over people. Robinhood's corporate malfeasance is no secret. So right away, we learn that the person who's writing this on behalf of O'Shea has a flair for the dramatic and a thesaurus. So they'd like to say how this company is doing many, many bad things, and they'd like to do it with a little bit of panache and style. I'm all about panache and style. Let's see if it becomes a little bit too much or if we think it's just the right amount. Let's read some more. At this point, the evidence is clear that Robinhood is selling a dangerous bill of goods to unsuspecting consumers across the nation. Please take note that the reason that they are doing this unsuspecting bill of goods is because of the imagery of Ice Cube. That's the reason, apparently. Robinhood's CEO, Vlad, the Stock Impaler Tenev. Does he really call himself that? Or are we just being even more descriptive? I don't know. Recently offered a corporate crocodile tear during sworn congressional testimony when confronted with the fact that an experienced 20-year-old Robinhood user committed self-harm after he was wrongly told he owed over $730,000 due to some risky trades. So, yeah, apparently this happened, and apparently that wasn't true, but apparently he didn't find out about it, or I guess he never found out about it, strictly speaking. That information didn't come out until it was too late. There's no Robinhood helpline for a user to call, and several emails for help went unanswered by Robinhood until the date of his self-harm. Human lives are simple collateral damage. As Robinhood single-mindedly rushes towards an initial public offering, so feckless and apathetic millennial founders can jump ship and live out their lives in luxury and hedonism. It's nice that Ice Cube thinks that he knows what these people's plans are, that they plan to jump ship and live a life of hedonism, which may or may not be true, but Mark Zuckerberg is one of the richest people on the planet, and he's still at Facebook. So it's not necessary, and a lot of people who were very successful didn't necessarily jump. Bill Gates didn't jump. Steve Jobs didn't jump. He was fired before they hired him back, right? Some people bail out and some people don't. So how do you know exactly that their plan is for the hedonism and luxury? Also, are you projecting a little bit that you wish that you could live that life, or you are living that life? What are we trying to say about hedonism exactly? I'm not sure. But yeah. Robinhood is simply another get-rich-quick scheme for the most privileged people in America. Okay. No, but despite the many problems with Robinhood, and there are many to be sure, for example, not allowing people to buy and sell stocks when they want and interfering with people's free choices, which is bad, right? So, but for other parts, they allow people to make purchases. Now, apparently, this 20-year-old was getting bad information, and he really didn't owe $730,000. But if you're going to play on the stock market, you might want to be aware of the downside consequences of investing. $730,000, yeah, that's a lot, but if you are making those kinds of bets, right, you'd probably be happy if you're $730,000 in the plus. So maybe you don't want to trade until you fully understand it. And you are 20 years old, so you're an adult. So, I feel bad that this guy's getting the wrong information. I feel bad that he's getting incorrect information. But, if you're going to play on this field, yeah. And are these people trying to just profit and jump ship? I don't know. I'm not even sure that's bad, but we have many, many thoughts about this. Also, why is it necessarily the most privileged people in America? The whole idea of Robinhood was that people would be able to buy and sell stocks at very low volumes, like a share or fractions thereof, and with no money. So it opened up trading to less privileged people. Whatever the problems of Robinhood are, which may be many, this idea it's only open to the most privileged people in America. No, pretty much literally anyone can download Robinhood and buy stock and sell stock, of volume. It's available. Not sure how this flows, but let's not look at the details. Okay. In a cynical effort to appeal to a younger demographic, Robinhood has engaged celebrity endorsers such as Jay-Z, Nas, and Jared Leto to endorse its products and services. However, in an act of unmitigated gall and transparent retribution, Robinhood and its subsidiary now have used the image and likeness of Ice Cube without permission to promote Robinhood's terrible products and services. Robinhood has picked on the wrong man this time. You do have to like the shade at the other rappers and the other celebrities, right? It's like, I wouldn't have anything to do with this horrible, horrible product. Unlike Jay-Z, Nas, and Jared Leto. So we get a twofer here. We get a twofer in our little civil complaint and rap beef. We get to yell at Robinhood, and we also get to yell at Jay-Z, Nas, and Jared Leto for choosing to do business with this horrible, horrible company. Let's read some more. Ice Cube is one of the world's best-known artists, rapper, actor, entrepreneur, whose life story has served as an inspiration to millions. I want to fact check on that one. I want to fact check. I would like any sort of evidence that Ice Cube's story has been inspirational to millions. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I want to fact check on that one. How are we coming up with that number exactly? Millions of people are inspired by Ice Cube? I don't know, man. From his days as one of the founding members of seminal rap group NWA, to his platinum record-selling solo career, to successful acting endeavors, Ice Cube's image and likeness have become a well-established brand. Okay. Yeah, all right. In March of 2021, in the midst of Robinhood meltdown, defendant deliberately and shamelessly misappropriated Ice Cube's image and likeness to promote Robinhood's horrible products and services. The last thing in this world to which Ice Cube would ever attach his image and likeness. Not to put too fine a point on it, but given some of Ice Cube's history, when he says this is the last thing in the world to which I'd attach my image and likeness, and Robinhood is bringing me down. Given some of Ice Cube's past, just saying, man, glass houses and stones. Glass houses and stones. Ice Cube has spent years meticulously building the value of his image and overall brand by carefully scrutinizing the products and services he's asked to endorse. This highly selective process has established Ice Cube's name and image as a respected brand in multiple categories, ranging from music to sports. Apparently, I am just completely in the wrong market, which I guess would surprise absolutely no one, because at no point in my life have I seen something Ice Cube has been pitching and thought to myself, I have more respect for this product as a result. Maybe I'm not the market person for that, but yeah. Robinhood is the antithesis of everything Ice Cube stands for. Are we sure about that? Really? Right? Robinhood stands for the antithesis of everything Ice Cube stands for. Robinhood stands for making money, potentially exploiting people, at least according to Ice Cube. Trying to take advantage of the naive. Making that dollar bill y'all to live a life of hedonism. Really? The antithesis of everything Ice Cube stands for? Are we sure? I'm not so sure about that one. Okay. It represents corporate greed on a massive scale. Alrighty then. Knowing that Ice Cube was offended and wished his image and likeness to be removed should have been enough for Robinhood to do the right thing. But Robinhood just doesn't care about people, whether famous or not. At least they're not giving you special treatment. You know, when you were complaining earlier in your complaint about how Robinhood is out there to help the most privileged people, right? Remember that? You said that like 5 paragraphs ago or something about Robinhood is out to help the most privileged. And now you're saying, wait a second, they don't care about people even if they're famous. What about that privilege, yo? Maybe they're not actually out to privilege. Maybe they're out to treat everyone equally, privileged or not. So you should be happy that they're screwing you over just like everyone else. They're not giving you something special. They're not recognizing your privilege. How nice. Robinhood and its puppet, Robinhood Financial, act with impunity out of malice and greed, under the mistaken belief that they are above the law. Given their intransigence, Ice Cube now brings this action to set the record straight. Robinhood is a scam that Ice Cube wants nothing to do with. Again, whoever wrote this complaint apparently has a thesaurus and knows how to use it. Kind of like a rapper. Rappers are famous for their ability to spin linguistic yarns. And so maybe this attorney has been inspired by their client to try their hand at laying down some wordplay. I'm not necessarily sure it's as successful as Ice Cube has been in the rapping, but maybe that's what's going on. Where the attorney is trying to match the client. There's something in there that's redeeming, I think. Yeah. Ice Cube is a world-renowned artist. Ice Cube first achieved recognition and commercial success as one of the founding members of NWA, who have a sterling reputation for positivity and good, and nothing to deal with exploiting people or, getting that dollar bill. In 1990, Ice Cube embarked on a successful solo recording career. Among many of the chart-topping albums, his 1992 album Predator featured the certified platinum hit single Check Yourself. Check Yourself has become one of Ice Cube's signature recordings as an indelible part of his image and likeness. Indeed, the lyric and phrase Check Yourself has become nothing less than Ice Cube's catchphrase. If Ice Cube has a signature catchphrase, Check Yourself, the public has come to understand he means business and is serious. And right about now is the point where I'm thinking to myself, is it a good idea or a bad idea for me to attempt to rap Check Yourself? In the spirit of making sure that we fully understand what we're talking about, is it a good idea or a bad idea for me to try to rap this? On March the 8th of 2021, defendants impermissibly used Ice Cube's image and likeness in connection with the advertisement for Robinhood financial services and products on the website and app. The advertisement uses the image and likeness, including a signature catchphrase. Whether or not it's technically an advertisement, I guess we can have a fight about, but we'll fight about it later. The advertisement creates a false impression that Ice Cube supports and endorses Robinhood's products and services. This is especially true as the advertisement misquotes the most well-known lyric for his signal, "Check yourself." In truth, Ice Cube absolutely does not and never would support Robinhood's products and services. I bet he would. I bet he would if they came up with a big enough pile of money. I'm just guessing. The fact the advertisement suggests Ice Cube endorses Robinhood and services and products is supported by the fact that Robinhood has a demonstrable pattern and practice of using established celebrities such as Nas and Jay-Z, who, unlike me, are not as pure as the driven snow, to endorse its products and services. Again, making sure to keep those rap beefs well alive. Yeah. My name's Uncivil, and I'm here to say some legal analysis in a lawful way. Ice Cube's image and likeness has secondary meaning, as the term is understood in trademark law. Yes, it does. So it has meaning that extends beyond its obvious, right? So it extends to brand association, right? As described above, defendant has falsely used Ice Cube's likeness and in advertisement, creating the false impression Ice Cube endorses the products. Ice Cube is in the business of commercializing his identity and selling his image, likeness, and identity to reputable brands and companies for profits. So I think we finally got to the real truth of the thing, right? Ice Cube admits that he is in fact in the business of selling his identity and selling his image. He is all about the commercialization. So I think it's probably more that they didn't pay him rather than they used his image. Just guessing. Also, whether or not it's an advertisement or not, or whatever, we'll have to get into the legal analysis at some point, but I'm guessing we're kind of upset because we didn't get a check. Where's my check? Jay-Z and Nas, they got a check. Where's my check? Defendant's use of Ice Cube's image and likeness is designed to create, and does create, a false and deceptive commercial impression that products are associated or endorsed with Ice Cube. Consumers are likely to be attracted to products and services through the advertisement. Really? I mean, I couldn't say for sure, but what do you think is the total number of people who would sign up for this service because they thought it was endorsed by Ice Cube? I couldn't say, as opposed to like not Jay-Z or Nas or something. I guess there's someone out there, but yeah, I don't know. It creates initial interest in products and services upon seeing them and creating a lasting appreciation, believing them to be endorsed or otherwise associated with Ice Cube, thereby resulting in consumer confusion. Not for nothing, but, and maybe it's just me, but when I looked at that image, which is just this still from wherever, of Ice Cube and Dr. Cox, and I did not think, personally, that either one of them was endorsing the product. I just thought, ha ha ha, funny. But maybe someone somewhere actually thinks endorsement. I don't know, I guess. Defendant's conduct will damage Ice Cube's ability to enjoy, maintain, and exploit his hard-won recognition. I say the word exploit 3 times because it seems to my mind that earlier in this very complaint, Mr. Ice Cube over here, O'Shea, was very upset at Robinhood for the exploitation, right? I seem to remember some language from earlier in the complaint that would suggest that he was very upset that millennials were being exploited by Robinhood. So exploitation is bad, but not when the defendant does it, because he wants the ability to enjoy, maintain, and exploit his hard-won recognition. Exploit against whom? Let's read more. Colonel Crown says, how many people out there who already read Robinhood's blog, do not use Robinhood services, would believe it's a real endorsement, and go on to begin using the services? California's civil code provides for the following. Any person who knowingly uses another's name, voice, signature, photograph, or likeness in any manner on or in products, merchandise, or goods, or for the purposes of advertising or selling, or soliciting purchase of products, merchandise, goods, or services without consent shall be liable. Again, whether or not this random image thrown into this random blog falls within the scope of this definition is debatable. Now, this definition is pretty broad. So if you say to yourself, of course it falls within the scope of this definition, I don't blame you. But as broad as this definition is, I think Robinhood can make a fairly credible argument that we were not using any of those things for the purpose of soliciting or advertising. It was just a funny meme. Just a funny meme. So it was a funny meme might actually work as a defense to this, as broad as it is. We'll see, I guess. Defendant's conduct alleged above violates common law right of publicity because defendant knowingly used the image and likeness for their advantage without authorization. Maybe. In California specifically, probably. In California, I can definitely buy it. In other states, I'm not so sure, but California, sure, why not? That sounds plausible. Although Robinhood might have a chance. As a result of these unfair business practice, Ice Cube has lost money or property and will suffer an amount to be determined at trial. So I'd still like to get paid, though. That's important to me. I'd still like to get paid, even though you haven't paid me. So I definitely like some of the dollar bill, y'all. So, yeah. Thus, that brings us to the end of the complaint of O'Shea Jackson, otherwise known as Ice Cube, versus Robinhood. In this case, O'Shea takes note of a funny meme that Robinhood put in a blog post and paraphrased a song lyric from O'Shea. And O'Shea over here says, hey, you're using my song lyric and my image in publicity, and you're not allowed to do that. And I would never have anything to do with your horrible products, unlike Jay-Z or Nas, who are totally about it, because this doesn't fit in line with my character. This is anathema to everything that the Ice Cube name is known and associated with. And also, whoever wrote this for Mr. O'Shea over here has a thesaurus and is not afraid to use it. Really bringing that imagery to life. I'm a little bit surprised we didn't go with more of a gangsta imagery in there. You know, we could just use some imagery of drive-bys and stuff, but then again, I guess that kind of goes against the theories of the case, because we're trying to say we're not like that, unlike the big, bad, evil baddie. So maybe making ourselves a baddie is not the way to go. We need to make ourselves seem more of a clean-cut businessman life. But still, we really believe in the thesaurus. So in any case, I guess this lawsuit will proceed. Probably will settle out, to be quite honest. You know, so Robinhood's like, what do you want? We'll cut you a check for $10,000. So yeah, I don't know if this lawsuit is long for this world. We'll see. But in any event, that brings us to the end of the coverage of this case. Thank you so much for being part of the Uncivil Law family. If you enjoyed this legal education content, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. We appreciate your continuing support. Until later, my friends, cheers and goodbye.